Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. These names dominate headlines today for their staggering wealth, but their fortunes pale in comparison to a king from Africa's past. Mansa Musa, the 14th century ruler of the Mali Empire, was wealthier than any billionaire alive today. His fortune was so vast it's almost impossible to comprehend. We can try to quantify it. Experts estimate his wealth would be over $400 billion today. But numbers alone can't capture the opulence and influence of this African king. Mansa Musa's wealth wasn't just a personal fortune. It fueled an empire. He was a devout Muslim who made a legendary pilgrimage to Mecca. Imagine a journey with 60,000 people, tons of gold, and an entourage that stretched for miles. This wasn't just a religious journey, it was a demonstration of wealth and power that captivated the world. But Mansa Musa's legacy extends far beyond his riches. He was a scholar, a builder, and a patron of the arts. Under his rule, Timbuktu became a center of learning, a beacon of intellectual pursuit in a world hungry for knowledge. He built mosques, libraries, and universities, laying the foundation for a golden age of African scholarship. His story challenges our understanding of history, pushing us to look beyond the traditional narratives and acknowledge the grandeur of African civilizations. This is the story of Mansa Musa, a king whose wealth was only surpassed by his impact on the world. Imagine a kingdom shimmering with gold, its rivers carrying not just water, but the promise of unimaginable riches. This was the Mali Empire under Mansa Musa. At its heart lay the fabled city of Timbuktu, a crossroads of trade and a melting pot of cultures. From the Mediterranean coast to the southern savannas, Mansa Musa's influence stretched across West Africa. His empire controlled nearly half the world's gold supply, a resource more valuable than diamonds in the 14th century. But Mansa Musa's wealth wasn't simply hoarded. He used it to elevate his people and his empire. Education was paramount. He established Islamic schools and universities, attracting scholars and students from across the Islamic world. Timbuktu, under his patronage, became a renowned center of learning, its libraries overflowing with manuscripts on everything from astronomy to poetry. Mansa Musa's architectural achievements were equally impressive. He commissioned the construction of magnificent mosques, their towering minarets piercing the sky, a testament to his devotion and his empire's prosperity. He built palaces and public squares, transforming cities into vibrant centers of commerce and culture. His reign was a golden age for Mali, a period of peace, prosperity, and unprecedented intellectual growth. It's a legacy etched in the very soil of Timbuktu, a testament to the power of one man's vision. In 1324, Mansa Musa embarked on a journey that would forever etch his name in the annals of history. He left his capital, Niani, with a caravan of unprecedented scale and grandeur. 60,000 people accompanied him, including soldiers, servants, and scholars. They traveled with camels laden with gold, their hooves kicking up dust that shimmered under the desert sun. The caravan's destination was Mecca, the holiest city in Islam. This wasn't just a pilgrimage, it was a proclamation of faith, a testament to Mansa Musa's devotion. The journey took them through Cairo, the bustling capital of Egypt. The arrival of Mansa Musa and his entourage caused a sensation. The streets overflowed with people eager to catch a glimpse of the African king. But Mansa Musa's generosity had unintended consequences. He distributed gold so lavishly in Cairo that it triggered hyperinflation. The value of gold plummeted, destabilizing the Egyptian economy for years to come. This act of piety, though well-intentioned, revealed the sheer scale of Mansa Musa's wealth and its potential to disrupt global markets. The pilgrimage to Mecca was more than a religious journey. It was a display of power, piety, and extravagance that cemented Mansa Musa's legendary status. Section 4. The Erasure of African History. Mansa Musa's story is a powerful testament to the might and sophistication of African civilizations. But for centuries, his story, like those of countless other African kings, queens, and empires, was largely absent from mainstream historical narratives. How could a figure so monumental fade into relative obscurity? The answer lies in the complex and often tragic history of how history has been written. For centuries, the narrative of Africa was controlled by outsiders, primarily European colonizers. These narratives often focused on portraying Africa as a continent devoid of history, a blank slate upon which European powers could inscribe their own stories of discovery and civilization. This Eurocentric perspective actively downplayed and even erased the achievements of African civilizations. The grandeur of empires like Mali, the intellectual achievements of Timbuktu, and the stories of leaders like Mansa Musa were marginalized, deemed irrelevant to the dominant narrative. The legacy of colonialism continues to influence how history is taught and understood, but scholars and historians are working to decolonize history, to unearth and amplify the voices and stories that have been silenced for far too long. Section 5. A legacy that endures. Despite attempts to erase his story, Mansa Musa's legacy endures. It lives on in the ancient manuscripts housed in Timbuktu's libraries, in the architectural marvels that still dot the Malian landscape, and in the oral traditions passed down through generations. His story is a reminder of the power of scholarship, the importance of cultural exchange, and the enduring legacy of African civilizations. It challenges us to confront the biases in our understanding of history and to embrace a more inclusive and accurate view of the past. Learning about figures like Mansa Musa is not just about acknowledging the achievements of the past, it's about understanding the present. The erasure of African history has had a profound impact on the world, contributing to prejudice, inequality, and a skewed understanding of global history. By remembering Mansa Musa, by celebrating his wealth, his piety, his intellectual curiosity, and his architectural achievements, we take a step towards reclaiming a more complete and accurate history, one that acknowledges the contributions of all civilizations. His story is a beacon, illuminating the richness and complexity of Africa's past and its enduring impact on the world.